guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the last month or so. I think this is probably more like 3 weeks than a month, but I just had so many books that I had my Stacking the Shelves list that I wanted to go ahead and do this sooner than later. So that being said, I'll go ahead and get into it. I did get 4 books for review over the last few weeks, and I know I said I wasn't going to be taking as many review books, but these are all review books of either authors I know I'm going to buy and read anyways, or series that I'm in the middle of reading. So the first one I got for review is Be the Serpent, which by Shauna McGuire, which is the 16th book in the October Day series. I got this through NetGalley. This does come out September 6th, so quite a bit of time till it comes out, but I'm super excited to read it because I just love that series and I've been reading it forever. So very excited for that. The second book I got for review is Unraveler by Frances Hardinge. That's how you say it. I always say her last name wrong, but this doesn't come out until January 10th of 2023. So this is a long time till that one comes out. But I've really been liking Frances's recent books, so I'm very excited to see what she comes up with for that. I don't actually know much about it. I just know that I've really liked all her recent releases, so it should be a good read. The third one I got for review is Soul of the Deep by Natasha Brown. This is the second book in the Skin of the Sea series. This is kind of a young adult mermaid-esque fantasy series. This is going to be released September 27th, and I got this one through NetGalley as well. I'm very excited to see how that series wraps up. I believe it's a duology, so it should be good to see. I think I gave the first book 5 out of 5 stars, so excited to read the second book. And then the fourth book I got for review is The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. This comes out November 8th and is the start to a new series by Susan Dennard. I'm a pretty big Susan Dennard fan. She's written a couple different series that I've really enjoyed, and this one looks to be like another young adult-ish type of series. So, yeah, excited for that. I did buy one book, and that was On These Wicked Shores by Catherine Quinn. This is the second book in the Azantian trilogy. This is very much an adult fantasy type of series. I really love the first book, and the second book I finished reading not that long ago. Ended up getting 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't like it as much as the first book, but it was still well done. So, that was good. And then I got a whole bunch of books that I borrowed from the library before I get into those, I should say I did get one book for my birthday, which was yesterday, and that was for my husband, and that is Blue is the Warmest Color by Jewel Marat. So looking forward to reading this. I have a whole list of graphic novels on my Amazon wish list that I just like to get eventually. I really do like reading graphic novels in paper format, so there's that. Trying to think if I got a book for my mom for my birthday. I can't remember. And then I did get another 7 books that I borrowed either from the library or through Kindle Unlimited. The first 2 that I borrowed were books in the Evernight Fae series by Angela M. Hudson. I borrowed book 3, which is A Crown of Wind and Sorrows, and book 4, The Court of Hate and Heartache. I will say that I thought book 3 was one of the better books in the series, and then book 4 convinced me I just don't want to read the series anymore. Just not a fan. Her writing style is a little bit awkward. The dialogue between characters is kind of awkward, and I was not liking some of the themes and how things were moving along. She likes to use rape as a plot motivator, I guess I would say, a lot, and I just don't like reading about that. And additionally, the main character in the series is very conflicted. She talks about how she's a strong female character, but then she's very accepting of abuse from her male co-characters, I guess I would say. So not really enjoying that. Decided that I am just done with that. The next one I got was The Relentless Moon, which is the 3rd book in the Lady Astronaut series by Mary Robinette Kowal. Really enjoyed this one. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and it was just a very good continuation series. I've really been loving that series. It's a science fiction series of kind of alternate history about an asteroid hitting, or meteorite, a meteorite hitting the ocean outside of DC. It kind of swings the planet into an early climate change, and humanity is forced to start looking out into space. And so they have a colony on the moon, and that's where most of this book takes place. They also are trying to reach Mars to start a human colony on Mars. Very good series if you're at all into science fiction and stuff. Very humorous, just really well done. And then the next one I got from the library is Places We've Never Been by Cassie West. Cassie West, I actually really liked her dystopia, her Pivot Point series, the best out of everything she's written, but she does a lot of kind of lighthearted young adult contemporary romance as well. And this is very much was a lighthearted contemporary romance. I have read it already. I liked it, but I didn't love it. The ending is super abrupt on this one, and you're just kind of left like, okay, I guess we're done. And I really liked the rest of the book, but the ending was just not, it's just not something I liked. All right, and then another one I borrowed from the library, which was an audiobook, is Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. This is the first book in a quartet of books, so there's going to be 4 books. The 4th one is still yet to be published this year, but very much enjoyed this. It's like a middle grade fantasy horror book, very creepy, very well done, and I'm not going to say a ton about it because they would spoil it. So if you're at all in the mood for kind of a creepy middle grade fantasy novel, it was much better than I was expecting. And then the next 2 are actually short stories that I borrowed through Kindle Unlimited, and these are in the Cambio Springs series, which I have started reading by Elizabeth Hunter. The first one is Long Ride Home, which is kind of a prequel short story to the Cambio Springs series, and the next one is 5 Mornings, which takes place between books 1 and 2. I did finish the first book in that series, Shifting Dreams. Really liked it. I'm becoming a very big Elizabeth Hunter fan and very excited to continue reading book series by her. So, yeah, that's what I got. I know I went through them pretty quick. Well, I think I went through them pretty quick. I think there were, how many were there? Let's see. Let's count. There were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total books I went through. Yeah, so other than that, I finally did get permission to take my patent bar exam, but I couldn't get in to take it till October. So kind of a ways out, but I will be starting to study again for the patent bar. We are ramping up to go to vacation in Denver in August. We'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous about flying given all the rigmarole going on with flights. But as of now, I think we're still planning on flying rather than driving. It's like a 16-hour drive for us, but only an hour and a half flight. So like hopefully at least if stuff goes somewhat well, we'll be able to get out there. This week my son is doing a special program at Hamline University here in the Twin Cities, and it's on renewable energy. So he spent yesterday learning how to build solar panels and then actually doing like dispersions and stuff and thin film coating to start building those. Very cool. He's enjoying it quite a bit, so we'll see how today goes. Next week he's also going to be at Hamline doing a course on microscopy, so learn how to use optical microscopes, scanning electron microscopes, that kind of thing. This is kind of a cool opportunity for him. It's a program they do for high schoolers, anybody in high school, so very, very interesting. And then that's about all going on with us. I'm going to keep this pretty short because I'm kind of busy, and yeah, so I'll be staying for the pet bar exam. We'll be doing one more vacation in the summer, and then my son's doing these courses, and everything's going pretty well. The driving for him is going pretty well. He's getting better. He's getting to the point where I don't like gasp in horror every time he stops too quick or turns a corner too quick. So we're getting used to that. That's about it. So I hope you guys got a lot of great books the last few weeks, and that you have some wonderful ones you're reading. And I will talk to you probably at the end of the month for second or for best books of the month, and then in about another month for on our Stacking the Shelves. Have a great month, and I will talk to you later. Bye.